Hi, my name is Sister Vickie Griner, and I'm a poor Clare at the Monastery of St. Clare here in Cincinnati. I would describe my vocation story and discernment as an evolutionary process. I'm what you would call an older vocation. I entered at 45. I was married and I had an established career before I became a poor Clare. Growing up, I didn't go to church and I wasn't raised in any particular faith. In high school, I was focused on doing well in school, getting a college degree, starting a great career, climbing the corporate ladder, and making a lot of money. God really didn't enter into the picture at all. It wasn't until I was in my 30s that I felt something was missing from my life. I began to seek a more spiritual path. I began meditating and finding ways to have more peace in my life. Then when I was 37 years old, I had a big conversion moment while on a business trip with 2 clients. When I returned from this business trip, everything seemed different. I began to question what I was doing with my life and why. 2 months later, my best friend invited me to attend Mass with her. I went to Mass and my eyes were opened. It felt so right. I thought I was called to religious life then, but wait, I wasn't even Catholic. So I went through RCIA and I became Catholic a year later. As I said, it was an evolutionary process. Looking back, I can see that there was a lot I needed to learn before I'd be ready for religious life. But the feeling of being called to religious life never went away. Over the next few years, I had only shared my feelings about being called to religious life to 2 friends. Then one day I shared my feelings with a 3rd person. After I told this 3rd person, all of a sudden, things started happening. Things started falling into place, people came into my life, opportunities were presented to me. I felt like I couldn't not do it. The feeling was so strong and so deep within me, I just knew I had to pursue a poor Clare vocation. I found 3 things particularly helpful during my discernment. One was having a spiritual director. Yes, you talk to a vocation director, you talk to family, you talk to friends, but it really helped to talk to someone who was just there for me and my spiritual well-being. The second thing was journaling. I began journaling a few years before I became Catholic, but it was mainly a dream journal. I started seriously journaling when I began discernment with a religious community. And the third thing is many short visits. I lived close, so I was able to visit and return home many times over the year-long discernment process. I gained so much perspective doing frequent short visits. I was able to, after each visit, process in 2 steps. The first was the process of how I was getting to know the sisters and the charism. And the second step was taking time to listen to see if this was really where God was calling me. I entered the Poor Clares in Cincinnati 7 years after becoming Catholic. And at the time of this recording, I just celebrated my 7-year anniversary of solemn vows.